Hi, Room 10 kiddos. We just finished reading chapter 9 of Kate DiCamillo's Because of Winn Dixie. And remember I was saying, man, I hope things are looking up for Opal. Opal deserves good and wonderful things in life. And things really look like they're looking up. She chased Winn Dixie because Winn Dixie went in some lady's backyard. And Stevie and Dunlap said, don't go in that yard. Do y'all remember what they said? She's a witch. And then Opal loves her dog so much, she wasn't going to let her dog go. She figured she loved the dog more than she was scared of a witch. So she went in the backyard, and who did she meet? It wasn't a witch. It was an older lady called Mrs Gloria, who turned out to be a really nice person. When we last left off, Miss Gloria asked Opal, she says, I can't see with my eyes. Remember, she's old, so her eyes aren't too good. That's why Miss Hillary wears glasses sometimes, because my eyes don't work as good as they used to. But Miss Gloria is really old. So she said, I can't see too good, but I can see with my heart. So why don't you tell me about yourself? That way I can see you with my heart. I thought that was very sweet. We should all see each other with our hearts. So now we're on chapter 10. I told Gloria Dump everything. I told her how me and the preacher had just moved to Naomi and how I had to leave all my friends behind. I told her about my mama leaving, and I listed out the 10 things that I knew about her. And I explained that here in Naomi, I miss Mama more than I ever had in Watley. I told her about the preacher being like a turtle and hiding all the time in his shell. I told her about finding Winn Dixie in the produce department and how because of him, I became friends with Miss Franny Block, and I got a job working for a man named Otis at Gertrude's Pets, and I got an invite to Sweetie Pie Thomas's birthday party. I even told Gloria Dump how Dunlap and Steve Dewberry called her a witch, but I told her they were stupid, mean, bald-headed boys, and I didn't believe them. Not for long, anyhow. And the whole time I was talking, Gloria Dump was listening. She was nodding her head and smiling and frowning and saying things like, is that right? I could feel her listening with all her heart, and it felt good. You know what she said when I was all done? What? Could be that you got more of your mama in you than just red hair and freckles and running fast. Really, I said? Like what? Like maybe you got her green thumb. The two of us could plant something and see how it grows. We can test your thumb out. Okay, I said. What Gloria Dump picked for me to grow was a tree. Or she said it was a tree. To me, it looked more like a little plant. She had me dig a hole for it and put it in the ground and pack the dirt around it real tight, like it was a baby and I was tucking it into bed. What kind of tree is it? I asked Gloria Dump. It's a wait-and-see tree, she said. What's that mean? It means you gotta wait for it to grow up before you know what it is. Can I come back and see it tomorrow? I asked. Child, she said, as long as this is my garden, you're welcome in it. But that tree ain't gonna have changed much by tomorrow. But I want to see you too, I said. Said Gloria Dump. I ain't going nowhere. I'll be right here. I woke Winn Dixie up then. He had peanut butter on his whiskers and he kept yawning and stretching. He licked Gloria Dump's hand before we left, and I thanked her. That night when the preacher was tucking me into bed, I told him how I got a job at Gertrude's Pets, and I told him all about making friends with Miss Franny Block and getting invited to Sweetie Pie's party, and I told him about meeting Gloria Dump. Winn Dixie lay on the floor waiting for the preacher to leave so he could hop on the bed like he always did. When I was done talking, the preacher kissed me goodnight, and then he leaned way over and gave Winn Dixie a kiss too, right on the top of his head. You can go ahead and get up there now, he said to Winn Dixie. Winn Dixie looked at the preacher. He didn't smile at him, but he opened his mouth wide like he was laughing. Like the preacher had just told him the funniest joke in the world. And this is what amazed me the most. The preacher laughed back. Winn Dixie hopped up on the bed, and the preacher got up and turned off the light. I leaned over and I kissed Winn Dixie too, right on the nose. But he didn't notice. He was already asleep and snoring. Those of you who have dogs, does your dog snore? I was on the sofa last night watching TV with my dog, Gibbs, and you know what? We could all hear him snoring in the living room. He was sound asleep. Sometimes dogs snore too. So what happened in chapter 10? I think it's mostly just her talking about what a great day she had. She gets home. She leaves uh, Miss Gloria Dump's house. Miss Gloria Dump thinks that she may have a lot of her mama in her, and that maybe she has a green thumb like her mama. So they're going to try to find out. Miss Gloria's going to let her help her plant a tree, a wait and see tree. I think we're all wait and see trees. We don't know what we're going to be and how we're going to turn out when we grow up. We're just waiting and seeing. So they're going to plant a wait and see tree, and she wants to come see it the next day. And Miss Gloria said, "Well, the tree ain't going to be any bigger tomorrow." But Opal said she wanted to see Miss Gloria, so she's going to go see Miss Gloria the next day. And when she gets home, she tells her dad all the amazing things that happened to her in that day. So I thought that was very sweet. Even down to the snoring dog, I think is pretty sweet. Okay, next we're going to read chapters 11 and 12, but that'll be for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Love y'all. Miss you.